I smashed my right thumb at the Phoenix Two-Gun Action Challenge match on June 26th. The nail is gradually separating from the thumb. Has not affected my rifle shooting, but it has made shooting pistol more difficult. For this match, I bandaged it and wore a full glove to protect the thumb. This is my video for the Rio Salado Multigun match held July 10th, 2021. This stage has an evenly weighted spinner with a no-shoot target below it. The evenly weighted spinners are easier to rotate, but they take more time if you don't knock them over right away. I can't control recoil as effectively with my injured thumb. Normally I'd be able to triple tap it and I wouldn't have to wait for it to come back around. There are 10 small steel targets to engage through this barricade. I missed too many times, and having engaged the spinner, I'm going to be forced to do a standing reload. With the Delta Point Pro on this gun, 19+1 rounds is the most capacity I can get inside the box. Neutralize the activator there, have to ground the pistol, come back, pick up rifle, and engage these 3 paper rifle targets with that swinging no-shoot in the way. I'm 4th in Stealth 2-Gun on this stage with 81.16% of the winner's score. In this stage, the shooter has to neutralize the plate rack from inside the vehicle, ground the pistol, retrieve the rifle from the trunk portion, and engage the 8 paper targets from outside. The start position of the handgun makes it more convenient for me to grab it with my right hand and hand it off to my left. Discarding the pistol is the same. I hand it off to my right hand to put it in the abandonment bin. Retrieve the rifle from the rear here. There are 3 paper targets in plain view to engage. I have to take a step back to engage the 4th target from this side. Moving forward, there's 1 to shoot over the hood. Have to step forward, shoot this one low. And there's 2 more, and the final target off that angle hidden behind the barrel. I'm 5th in Stealth 2-Gun with 74.26% of the winner's score. On this stage, the shooter engages 4 hanging rifle steel at about 50 yards from 3 different positions, then abandons the rifle, moves forward, and engages 2 pistol arrays with a no-shoot target in front of them. As a left-handed shooter, I chose to start on the right side of the stage. It makes movement easier, supporting off the left side of the barricade. Here I have to get low. It's kind of an awkward angle for me, but once I figure out where my holds are at, looking through the optic at this angle, I make the hits easily. I transition to my right shoulder from this final barricade and go 1 for 1 on the steel. It doesn't make sense to lean out hard if you can switch shoulders and make the hits. The yellow steel here are no-shoots. On the rightmost target, I favor high to avoid hitting the no-shoot. It's the most difficult angle. I miss one, skip one, then neutralize it. Same thing on this array. I aim high on the middle target and miss it on the first shot and make it up on the follow-up.
Shooter, it finished. Show clear.
I'm 2nd in Stealth 2-Gun on this stage with 97.83% of the winner's score. On this stage, we have a number of pistol paper targets and an obscured Texas star. Once the pistol portion is done, the shooter discards the handgun, retrieves the rifle, engages some close-range paper, and finishes up on 5 long-range steel. On the Texas Star here, I start on one of the lower plates deliberately to get it moving. If you shot it in the normal sequence, it was possible for it to bottom out and you wouldn't see the last plate. Now's a good time to point out the match differentiates rifle paper versus pistol paper by using the USPSA humanoid silhouettes for pistol and those octagonal IPSC classic targets for rifle paper. Only needing 1 extra shot on the long range feels pretty good. I'm 2nd in Stealth 2-Gun with 82.32% of the winner's score. This stage has 15 pistol steel targets to be engaged on the lower portion of the stage, and the shooter could choose to transition their rifle or use their handgun for the 3 targets at the top. This stage did require a bit of memorization for how many plates I needed to shoot from each location. But when it involves falling/disappearing targets, this is easier for me to do than keeping track of which paper targets I've shot. On the last stage of the match, my pistol shooting feels more like it's back to where it should be, having adapted to shooting with the glove and bandage on my thumb. It doesn't hurt, it's just kind of annoying to deal with. I think you'll agree that I made the right choice shooting the whole stage with my handgun. Switching to rifle would have taken more time. I'm 6th in Stealth 2-gun with 86.62% of the winner's score. In the end, I'm 2nd out of 13 in Stealth 2-gun with 85.46% of the winner's score. Overall, I'm 8th out of 60 shooters with 85.53% of the winner's score. Watching, come back again for more match and multi-gun competition content.